What you need to understand, my gorgeous Capricorn, what you need to understand that at the beginning of this week you are healing and you are ascending to the next level of your life, to the next level of your spiritual journey, which means that you are going to feel like surprisingly creative, but it's not about your creativity, it's about what is going to come to you while you're feeling so creative. So at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Capricornius, you need to understand that you're healing and you are ascending to the next level of your life, to the next level of your spiritual journey, which is naturally going to make you feel ridiculously creative. But as I said, it's not about your creativity. It's about what psychic and intuitive message you are going to have at that particular time when you are like really benefiting from this rather creative and artistic flow that you are going to have from the beginning of this week. Something is going to come to you, psychic and very much so an intuitive message. And what this message is going to be about, it's like pretty much so with a new opportunity and potential. And that in itself, you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it about whatsoever, because it's going to make you feel so passionate. You're going to feel the passion like you haven't felt, I wouldn't say never, but like you haven't felt for a long time. You know why this is going to feel so different? Because it's to do with your destiny. And yes, we are indeed creators of our own destiny. So this is going to feel different. This is going to ring differently indeed, and even more so because it's to do with something very unique to you, something very sacred to you. It's to do with like a certain gift that you have. Certain gift that you say, a certain gift that you have. So every single one of us have got something about us that is unique to us, that is unique to our spiritual journey. So it's all to do with our soul purpose, our spiritual purpose, and the things that we enjoy and love doing through our own passion. So something that makes you feel alive, something that makes you feel unique, something that makes you feel so good about yourself. But you do know that this is a spiritual gift. Even if it's the weirdest thing in the world, it doesn't really matter. It's part of your spiritual journey to be the weirdest person in the world. And even if you are, absolutely congratulations to you, because if you allow yourself to ascend to such a high and powerful level and not caring what other people think about you while you're living your life to the fullest, that's exactly what you should be doing every single step of the way, every single day, every single second, every single minute. We are ascending and we are learning so much about ourselves. We are learning so much about our lives. We are learning so much about our spiritual journey. But some people can be a bit of not noticing anything. Some people can be just basically this is the part of their spiritual journey. I assume not noticing anything, not being aware of anything. Some people don't even sadly have the ability to absorb things that they learn and they become aware of on their spiritual journey. And that's really sad, because we all kind of learn every single time. Everything is meant to be the way it is, around us in terms of the actual learning. And we are like a spiritual sponges. We don't necessarily understand how much we actually learn along the way until we reach a certain moment in our time, certain point. So why are we not aware of it? Because we are like a spiritual sponges. We become aware of things and they just kind of get stuck at the back of our like a subconscious mind, and they come out when we are facing the relevant part of our life, the relevant part of our spiritual journey. But the problem with some people is that they are not even the spiritual sponges. And I know it sounds like a spiritual sponge, like a bizarre term, but it's actually a really good term indeed. But when it comes to you, my gorgeous Capricornius, you are extremely psychic, you're extremely open-minded, you're very much so connected to such a high level of your of the earthly energies. You understand quite a lot when it comes to the spirituality, so you are indeed going to do absolutely fine. So let me tell you, my gorgeous Capricornius, so this reading is in between the 8th and the 14th of November. I'm not too sure did I say it or not anymore, but it's all about healing and ascending to the next level. So you are going to feel extremely creative, artistic, and there is a very interesting and powerful, mind-blowing, psychic, intuitive message going to come to you. And this is all going to be about the new opportunity and potential that you're going to become aware of. And this is to do with your own beautiful gift that you already have. So it's to do with a part of your life that you're extremely passionate about, whatever this is, whatever makes you unique, whatever makes you different. You're also going to become aware of, like a kind of briefly, which steps do you need to take next. And that in itself, it's going to like almost put you off a little bit, just a little bit, because it's to do with like a very steady progress in your life that already kind of happened in a certain way before, like a few years back. And it's going to kind of remind you of the certain situation that you already have been through, but with different things. But you must not let that put you off, okay? Because the only reason why you're going to feel a little bit put off is purely because you are really kind of you're going to become aware of like a hard work, but then you just like, as long as you are kind of sticking to this plan, which steps to take next, you're going to be absolutely fine. Because you need to understand that your luck is about to change in the best possible way. One cycle is about to is coming to an end, and the new cycle is about to begin. So don't be surprised when you become aware of a very kind of unusual message and sign that you are going to have also at around the beginning of the week. You know, you're gonna see like some kind of animal, and or it's going to be like some kind of an animal, or it's going to be a bird again, who is about to enter your spiritual journey, who is about to bring you a very beautiful spiritual message. This animal is gonna, again, you know how many times we had like animals, like messengers throughout the last couple of years. It's like, oh my God. So as long as you're connected, you know, to your spirits, you know, to your soul, you know, the more messages you're going to have, whether this is going to be through the power of synchronicity, or whether this is going to be like a little subtle signs that you're going to have, or whether this is going to be like an omen which is going to come through an animal again. So this animal that you're going to come across at the beginning of the week, it's going to be different. There is something going to be so unusual about this animal, whether this is going to be cat, a dog, a wolf, a bear, you know, maybe it's going to be like a bird, maybe this animal is going to walk in a different way, maybe something is going to be so beautiful about this animal, maybe something is going to be so unusual about this animal. Whatever it is, at around a similar time, you're also going to hear an unusual sound, unusual noise. It's either going to come from that animal, or it's either going to come from somewhere else, but it's all going to be kind of in the same spiritual bubble. So you will know, oh my God, this is my omen, this is my sign. An unusual noise and then an animal, or an animal and then an unusual noise. So that unusual noise, it's either going to come from the animal or from somewhere else, but you will know that this is the part of the spiritual bubble. What you need to understand and what you need to remember, that at the same time you have to release something that is holding you down, something that is holding you back, some kind of a very negative energy that created a very nasty blockage in your head, on your mind, okay? So you need to release some kind of negativity, because it's preventing you to move on and to be as successful as you can possibly be. So this omen, it's going to be a very good sign for you, very clear indication to almost immediately pay attention to what was on your mind, and you will see, I can guarantee that you were bringing yourself down with something. You were kind of thinking of negatively about an aspect of your life that you have to release. Now it's time, and this couldn't be a perfect moment. Just think positively and say, I'm gonna do it. I can guarantee as soon as you become aware of that animal, or that unusual noise that I said, sound, you know, this is the moment you immediately need to reflect on your mind and see what were you thinking about. And I can assure you that you were kind of thinking about a certain aspect of your life. It's to do with a new door opening, but you are the one who's standing in between that path, in between the new door, and you know, and you're the one who's standing on that path in between you and this door. It's only you, and you're the only one who can actually do something about it. So just pay attention to what this negative blockage is and just release it. Just say, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to do it, I'm just going to go forward. Be completely open-minded and optimistic. That's all you need to do. You would be surprised how powerful your mind is. You would be absolutely surprised, but I am pretty much sure aware of the fact that you do know how powerful the actual mind is. Our thoughts, our way of thinking, it's all part of us, who we are. It's all to do with our energy. So we are the only ones who can kind of like create these blockages that are like still at the back of our mind. Just pay attention to this, because it's going to also, you know, it's gonna, this is something that you need to do. But at the same time, when you became aware of that sign, when you became aware of that omen, you just need to understand it's not only about you paying attention to that blockage. You will see that very soon after that moment in time, you are going to have a very interesting new idea. And that new idea that you are going to have, it's also like a kind of to do with you, like kind of learning something, wanting to learn something. This new idea is you suddenly feeling, I want to learn something, and you're not going to be able to explain where this is coming from. So you're going to become very, very curious. And this is something, this is going to bring you an element of your life in, okay, that it's actually going to make you feel, that is going to make you extremely well established. So you need to go for it. So it's not only about the blockage in your mind, but it's also about a new idea that you are going to have as soon as you kind of have that omen, as soon as you become aware of that animal and that sound that I'm talking about. You also need to understand that at that moment in time, not soon after, you are going to have this new idea. But this new idea, it's about it more like a new learning, something that you will just out of the blue want to learn about, and you will not know that this is something that it's actually needed in your life at this stage. Otherwise, you wouldn't have this message through your own, like kind of a very much so spirit animal, if I can tell you like this, if I can say like this. So this is going to make you feel extremely, extremely well established indeed. So it's not only about just random learning, you know what I mean? No, baby, no, there's a way more to it, you know. You just need to understand. And also, sorry too much tea. So now, my gorgeous Capricornians, when it comes to the mid part of this week, it's like, oh my lordy lord, there are some secrets that are going to come out. The mid part of this week, my gorgeous Capricornians, just remember there's some kind of secrets that are going to come out. And the secrets that are going to come out is just basically, you know, you must not let that distract you too much. Okay, this is very important. The secrets that are going to come out are gonna distract you a little bit, but you must not let that distract you too much. So as soon as you become aware of the secrets that are going to come out at around the mid week, it's also, you need to kind of like really just pay attention to the need to focus on only one thing, okay? And what you need to focus on at that moment in time, you just need to focus on that particular new learning idea that I said to you at the beginning of the week. So you need to stick to this. This is almost like a little challenge. You know how annoying this life can sometimes be, because we are constantly and persistently facing certain challenges. But the more challenges we are facing, the bigger outcome is going to be, and the bigger the door it's going to be, the door that we are about to enter. So just remember, it's just the way it is, I'm afraid, because if everything was beautiful, gorgeous and easy, there were no problems, that would be completely abnormal. You know, it is a very complex situation, but it's to do with our soul purpose and the spiritual journey. You always need to understand and remember to put yourself as a number one. That's exactly what you need to do when it comes to this week indeed. So when you become aware of the secrets that are about to come out, you know, secrets that are going to come out, you just need to, you must not let that distract you. Don't let that distract you. You need to focus on one thing. And what you need to focus on is that learning that I mentioned to you. That learning, okay, that made you feel so curious. So that learning at the beginning of the week that just came to you after that omen, after that sign that made you feel so curious. You know, this is also going to make you ridiculously well established in terms of finances, but in everything else. So this is going to be big. So this little, like a spiritual distraction is just like basically a bit of a spiritual distraction. So you need to kind of stick to your own plan here again. And that in itself is just like secrets come out, you know, don't let it distract you. You need to focus on one thing, and this is that new learning and what is going to make you really well established. But then at the same time, it is just going to make you feel so enthusiastic, and it's going to put you in this mode to kind of explore so many other aspects of your life as well. And I really like it because slowly but surely it's going to start turning all this towards a brand new direction in your life. You know, your spirit is going to be rising, and you will feel this creativity, you will feel this passion, you will feel this mental strength, you will feel extremely strong and positive vibes. But at the same time, it's just like a basically, you will know that, you know, at around the midweek, this kind of new direction, it's also like kind of gonna be so superb when it comes to like a people starting to slowly but surely entering your life as well. On one hand, this is going to start reconnecting you with your existing relationships, but then on another hand, this is going to start becoming a stage where so many important people are karmically going to start entering your life. And I'm saying karmically because each single person that enters your life at around this moment in time, it's going to play such a massive role in your life for the rest of your life in the best possible way. The people who are going to start walking into your life after this moment in time are sharing something very unique to you. They're very similar to you in your way of thinking, which means that there is so much that you're going to learn about yourself through these people, and they're going to learn about themselves through you as well. So this is an important moment indeed that is also going to bring a new relationships into your life. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Capricornians, you know, you are going to feel just a little bit unhappy. Do you know why? You're going to feel a little bit unhappy. I'm sorry, my darling. Even the plantain is saying, sorry, lovey. You're going to feel a little bit, I'm a bit crazy, you know that. You're going to feel a little bit unhappy when my plantini thinks so. You're going to feel a little bit unhappy at the end of the week because you're going to find out about somebody's dishonesty. This is going to be confirmed to you, and you're not going to like it, and this is going to be the time of the like a bit of a rude awakening. But then a rude awakening, you know what I mean? But this is something that it's clearly showing somebody slowly karmically coming to an end, you know, in your life. But at the same time, you just have to accept this and move on. By accepting this and moving on, you're also going to be able to avoid unnecessary conflict in your life. So I will repeat, at the beginning of last week, you are going to feel a little bit unhappy because you're going to become aware of someone's dishonesty, which is part of the like a little bit of a rude awakening. And this is going to like kind of make you feel a little bit sad. But then again, you just need to, as soon as you accept this and move on, the better it's going to be. And you're also going to be able to avoid unnecessary conflicts indeed. And also at around the end of the week, my gorgeous Capricornians, you know, it's like I really like this. There is a specific person that is really going to inspire you. And first of all, I think that you are going to kind of fancy this person. Like, oh my God, hello, my darling. First of all, I think that you're going to fancy this person, really like this person at around the end of the week, because I see a little bit of like a vavavumish attraction here. Like, hello, my love. You know, but you are, first of all, somebody's going to inspire you, and you're going to think, oh, this person is gorgeous. This person is beautiful. Oh, you know, sometimes they are people are beautiful both inside and out. You know how sometimes you see two people and one person is really gorgeous, another person there is not good looking at all, and then you talk to the good looking person and it's like, ew, nothing that, you know what I mean, empty. And then you talk to this other person, and the more you talk to this other person that you didn't like initially, the more you fancy them, the more you like them. You know, it's all inside here, baby. You know what I mean? So, but this is someone who has got the both thing that you're gonna come across at the end of the week. Someone who is beautiful spiritually and someone who is beautiful like on the outside, and nothing major is gonna happen with that person. But first of all, you're gonna come across this person, you're gonna look at that person, you're gonna think, oh my God, he or she, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, you know. But then again, there is something else that you're going to find out through that person, from that person, some inspiration, you know. There is a realization that you're going to have about yourself through that person. Like, there is something so unique about that person, there is something so strong and self-assured about that person. This is someone really charismatic and extroverted at the same time, but you like this, you like their independency, their enthusiasm, and you like that how this person is inspiring other person, and you will know this, and that person is also going to inspire you. And this is brilliant. I like it, because through that person you are going to be able to unlock very mysterious part of yourself. You will be able to understand why did you have like a self-limiting limited thoughts for so long. Why were you so self-restricted for so long? Why were you feeling so isolated and insecure for so long? There is so much that you're going to be able to understand through this person, and even more so you will be able to use this in your favor. Brilliant. You will be able to grow spiritually through something that you thought it was like, oh my god, the most vile time of your life, for example. So this is brilliant. You have to wait for this person. I like this person so much. So now I'm just gonna see, my gorgeous Capricornius, what tarot card is going to come up when it comes to this week. Capricornius, tan 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 tan. Oh la la, someone is about to make a really, really bold move, my gorgeous Capricornius. You are about to make a really bold and really powerful move. And what is really bold and powerful move? It's going to be about, well, it's going to happen at a time. First of all, you are going to have a contemplation. This week you're going to have an important contemplation, and when you have a contemplation this week, you are going to make a really bold move. And the contemplation is going to be about should you do it or not, but at the same time you're going to be thinking about the part of your life, about so many negative aspects of your life, and it's going to become obvious what exactly do you need to do. But that in itself is going to require from you to come out of your comfort zone, baby. You need to do that immediately. But you are also going to have on your mind all the negativity and sadness and the things that you just couldn't do anything about your life, because almost as if your life was like a kind of like a taken over by someone else. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that someone else was like running your life, but I'm just saying that you have found yourself not being able to use your full capacity, and now you're coming out of it. So this is going to be on your mind quite a lot, how sad, negative and restricted you have been for such a long time. You weren't able to live your life and do what you want, and this is where all this is actually this is all going to be on your mind when it comes to that contemplation. And that contemplation, it's all going to be the outcome of that contemplation. It's going to be you making a brave move, you see. But also when it comes to that contemplation, exactly, it's just like it's you making a really big move, which is going to a lot is going to be on your mind. Your home, your people in your family, people who mean to you so much. All these people are going to be part of this contemplation. But this contemplation, it's also pretty much so going to be the final destination for this contemplation. It's going to be your home and your ultimate happiness, and you knowing that you are doing the right thing when it comes to this. So this is a lot to do with the people in your life, with your family, with your feelings, with your emotions, but you're doing the right thing as well, which is going to lead towards an ultimate happiness here, optimism, So this is absolutely brilliant. So when you're facing a contemplation, what is going to get you going and what is going to awake you is like how you don't want your life to be anymore, what you don't want to repeat anymore. You have been through so much, through certain things that you don't want to go over again because you have learned enough. So now you're naturally going on to the next stage of your life. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.